watching Final Score with Wes Moore on Fox 16.
The Boys and Girls Club of Central Arkansas are getting ready for their huge event. It's Thursday night, honoring the Leader of the Year. And joining us to talk about it, Patrick Presley with the Boys and Girls Club of Central Arkansas, Tabitha McNulty. She's the co-chair of the event. Thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you, Wes.
I'm going to jump in. I want to name it.
You got it. Go for it.
Dave Van Horn, Leader of the Year.
Yes.
Was that a no-brainer?
Oh, for sure.
Well, you know what? The beautiful thing about Coach Van Horn as the Leader of the Year, Wes, is that he's the perfect guy for it. I mean, he's a leader of men, a leader of young men. And one of the great things that we see at the Boys and Girls Club as part of our mission is to help young people reach and fulfill their full potential. That's what Coach Van Horn does every day. Not to mention that we've had so many more young kids in our clubs become interested in baseball now. They want to play. They want to know more about the sport. They follow the Hogs. And, you know, this whole state has become baseball crazy. Yeah. And to me, all the reason for that goes directly to Coach Van Horn.
You look at what they did on the field, very impressive, #2 in the country. But what he's done off the field, even more impressive. You saw the scrimmage a couple of weeks between Arkansas and Little Rock, and that was a lot because of him. He wanted to do that for the state, and now Little Rock, UAPB, they're going to play Arkansas for real, you know, a real baseball game.
So much respect.
And he brings a game to Little Rock each year. He says that's important for the Razorbacks to play at Dickey-Stephens Park.
He cares about Central Arkansas. I can tell you this, one of the reasons he said yes to be our Leader of the Year, he cares about what we're doing here. We have a program called RBI that he's a huge fan of. That stands for Reviving Baseball in the Inner City. And it was begun by the major leagues about 25, 26 years ago. And right here in good old Little Rock, they hold us up as a national model to follow. And Coach Van Horn is a huge, huge fan and supporter of that.
Yeah, it's just good for him. The more kids that play baseball, the chances are one becomes a star.
And future Razorbacks.
That's right. Places to recruit.
Tabitha, what's the response been for this event with Coach Van Horn being named the Leader of the Year?
I think it's gotten everyone really excited about coming to the Leader of the Year event. Obviously, it's a fundraiser for the clubs, and it's a great way to support the clubs. And I think right now we're pushing 40 tables, and we're really excited about this event and celebrating Coach Van Horn as the Leader of the Year in Central Arkansas.
All right, it's Thursday night. Where is it going to be held?
We're going to hold it at the Pennant Club, Leisure Place, and we're really excited to welcome people into our club so they can see where all the work happens and everything that they're supporting, where it's going to. And so it's at Pennant, November 1st, 6:30 to 8:30 is the program.
It's where all the magic happens.
That's right.
And it will be packed. It will be packed. I know this is airing on Sunday night. When you see this, folks, please go to arclubs.org, arclubs.org to get your tickets because they are moving quick for Coach Van Horn.
Right.
And you have to cap it off. I mean, you can't just keep pushing things.
Well, it might be a little tough. But the response, as Tabitha said, has been so overwhelming that we're going to be pushing her close to a full house. There's no question about it.
Okay, so you're going to have a dinner. He's going to speak. Other events going on that night?
That's right. Before the dinner, we will have a VIP reception for certain levels of sponsorship with Coach Van Horn about 5:15. And then we will have dinner following that. Our programming will start at 7. But before all of that, we're going to have a silent auction. And we've got some great silent auction items. We've got 2 helmets that are signed by the team, 2 wooden bats that have been donated by the foundation that's signed by the team, some baseballs, and then a framed jersey, as well as box seats to an SEC game and seats to a Travs game.
Awesome. What a great night. Coach Van Horn is very humble.
Oh.
What was he? I mean, you guys go say, hey, we want to name you the Leader of the Year. I can only hear him. What was his reaction?
Well, we had to call him back twice. I'll say that. But other than that, after that, it was phenomenal because as we shared with him, Coach, we really believe that you personify as a leader of young men what we try to instill and teach at the Boys and Girls Club. So that second call, that's all it took. He got it there. And he really does believe and support Central Arkansas. I think it's really important to keep that lifeline between Central Arkansas and the U of A, and I must say I do too.
All right, so with Coach Van Horn being named Leader of the Year and you got all these people coming, that's a great fundraiser for you guys. Do you have this kind of earmarked for something, the money that's being raised that night?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, and Tabitha knows this very well as serving on our board. It takes about $175,000, $180,000 a month to keep the doors open. We have 6 clubs, 4 in Little Rock and 2 in North Little Rock. So when you support an event like this, we can tell you, you literally help keep the lights on and doors open.
Wow. Boys and Girls Club, Central Arkansas, Thursday night at the Pennant Club.
That's right.
And to get tickets, you want to put that up one more time so they can see and know exactly where to go. arclubs.org.
arclubs.org, or give us a call, 580-3434. We can get tickets to you that way as well.
Okay. Awesome. It's going to be a great night.
Phenomenal night.
Even though I heard the MC, I don't know.
Now, Wes. Our fingers are crossed.
Yes.
Our fingers are crossed. He's going to be on best behavior. He promised me.
But Justin's a great supporter of the clubs.
My co-host on The Zone, Justin Akery, will be the MC for the night, and I will have a stern talk with him on Thursday.
That will probably be needed.
That is manners.
Yeah, I'm trusting in you. We need you to say that.
It's going to take more than me. It's going to take everybody.
We'll do our best.
Thank
you so much.
Thank you,
It's been a
Wes.
great night. Appreciate you letting everybody know about it.
Thank
Stick
you.
around. We'll start to wrap it up when we come back. You are watching The Final Score with Wes Moore.